You have been tasked with locating rogue or unauthorized devices with your AirCheck G3 or EtherScope NXG. Instead of having to scroll through the long list of devices, you're wondering, hey, is there an easy way to filter out all the known devices, the devices I know are part of my network, and thus allowing me to focus on the unknown devices? And well, reality is there is. On both the AirCheck G3 and EtherScope NXG, you have the option of importing an ACL or authorization class file. And the way it works is pretty straightforward. First, you just need to create a file or a text file, .txt, called outName for authorization name. And then on that text file, basically, you can add information using a comma delimited format about all the devices that are part of your network. So for example, you will start by adding the BSSID or MAC address of the APs. Then you add a comma. After that, you can add the authorization type or authorization class. Notice that there's different options here. It could be authorized. You could use neighbor, flagged, unauthorized, unknown, or just leave it blank or unspecified. And then you have the option of adding a name. So for example, let's say this device I have here. I'm going to call it authorized, but I also want to say, call it demo AP. Then just repeat and do the same for all the devices on your network. So basically create a list that includes the MAC address, authorization class, and any names you want to add. Notice that you do not need to include this header that I have here. For this example, is to keep it very simple, I'll just use this too. Then just save that file. And now using your preferred method, it could be a USB thumb drive or a file sharing app, transfer this file to your AirCheck G3 or EtherScope NXG. Now, after you transfer the file, the process is pretty straightforward. First, from the home screen on your AirCheck G3 or EtherScope, go to the File Management app, and then find the .settings file. Notice that this file may be hidden by default. To make it visible, just click on the three dots on the upper right and select the Show Hidden Files option. Now go into the file, and there you'll find an oddname.txt file. Basically now just take the file from the USB thumb drive and overwrite this one. To do that, pretty straightforward. In this example, I'll be using a USB thumb drive just to keep it simple. But after plugging in the thumb drive, I can go to the settings option on the upper left, select the thumb drive. From here, you can select the file that you want to copy. Notice you just need to tap and hold on the file. Then click on the three dots on the upper right. That will now allow you to copy to. Then just select the .settings file that we were talking about earlier. And tap on copy. And that will copy the file into the place you want. So if we go back here to the .settings folder, you'll see the file. Notice that you have, if you end up like this with two files, you can just tap and hold, delete the old one, You can also tap and hold and rename the new one. So if you don't want, for example, this parenthesis 1, which shouldn't be there, should be just like that, then you can make that change. Tap on OK. And now it's pretty straightforward. You just need to go to the Discovery app, and you'll be able to see that the name of the AP has changed. It's now using the name that you provided on the ACL file. You also have the option now of filtering by authorization class. So if you only want to look at the authorized devices, which are the devices on your list, you can do that. You also have the option of looking at all the other devices minus the ones that you know about, or the authorized ones. And now you can look at everything else that's unknown on the site. Or you have the option of sorting by authorization class. You can have, for example, the authorized devices on top and everything else below. And well, guys, that's how it works. Quick and simple. Thank you for watching.